guys, welcome back to my Out of the Park Baseball 22 playthrough here on GM Games. My name is Aaron, host of Around the World Sports. Before we get into episode, I guess this is season 4, episode 3, I suppose. I would just tell you guys, if you haven't already followed the GM Games channel or subscribed to the GM Games channel here on YouTube, I would do so. I mean, they've got a ton of content. If you love your sports simulation games like I do, there's no better place to be. You can also follow their Discord. There are a lot of links to other Let's Plays that aren't necessarily on the channel that you may find interesting, like my Around the World Sports stuff. I have some of my links up there. There's some Draft Day Sports from the Wolverine people, a lot of Draft Day Sports from the Wolverine people. So drop them a subscribe, follow their Discord, follow me, or I guess subscribe to me on YouTube as well. I have a small channel, only about 200 subscribers, but those of you who are watching this are probably already aware of that. At any rate, it is Saturday, June 1st. My goal today is I'd like to get up to the trade deadline. I just don't know if I'm going to have that kind of time, but we will see. So we are at June 1st. We are 29-25, 4 games over 500, 7 games out of first place in the NL West, 7-3 in our last 10. It has been the best start that we have had thus far in our time with the Rockies. We're getting some great offense. Our pitching has been, at least our starting pitching has been better, if not our bullpen, but we'll keep shuffling around the chairs on the Titanic, as they say, until we're able to fix our bullpen woes. So we are taking on Arizona, followed by Oklahoma City Arizona at home, followed by Oklahoma City on the road, followed by Miami. So we're going to sim ahead a couple of weeks, and we will see where we stand. So let's get right to it. First game against Arizona is a 3-1 win. So Furman Hassad was one of those minor league players that we were looking at. He wants more money. He wants us, fine. We'll give him $250,000 signing bonus. That seems like a lot, but we'll see how he feels about that. Let's take a look at our 3-1 victory. So offensively, looks like Joe Adell with a hit and an RBI. Mondesi 2 hits, 2 runs scored. Romo knocked in a run. Adell's was a home run. Logan Gilbert pitches 7 innings of 2-hit baseball. Gratterall and Scott pitch perfect innings. So that's a solid game for us. Schedule, let's keep going. Can we take the middle game? We do. We win 6-5. Gratterall gets hurt again. Wrist soreness. He's day-to-day for 5 days. They scored 4 in the ninth, so our bullpen had a difficult time of it again. Romo 3 hits and an RBI. Veen looks like he homered again. No, tripled. And Enrique Hernandez with his 7th home run of the season. Glasnow went 5 2/3, struck out 14. So all the runs we gave up were unearned. So Cole Tucker with a costly error in the ninth. But Ferguson came on and picked up the win. 14 strikeouts for Glasnow in 5 2/3 innings. Enrique Hernandez has been phenomenal for us. A 943 OPS so far for Kike. Can we sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks? Before we move on to Oklahoma City, let's see. Game 3, Monday game. We lose 7-4. So now we move on to Oklahoma City. One of our recent expansion teams. There's a loss. That's a tough loss. You want to win as many games against these bad teams as possible, especially with how good our division is. So we win 7-2. So we're 3-2 this month. 3 hits and an RBI for Naylor, 2 RBIs for Veen, 2 RBIs for Adell, 3 hits for Mondesi. Jamison Hanna with a pinch hit home run. And Jack Leiter picks up the win, going the first 5. And then perfect innings, 2 perfect innings each out of Hamilton and Sheffield. Good start by Mr. Leiter. All right, so 3-2 this month. Can we win the series? You just want to win series. Can we win this series? We do. We win 6-5. And this is the key, guys. Just keep winning series. So we are now 4-2 this month. We got down 5-1 here. as Gilbert struggled, but ended up going 6. That's fine. So that's good. So we gave up those 5 runs in the second, but battled back and was perfect through the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Medina, Ferguson, and Dolis all pitched well. Ferguson picks up the win. Jose Ramirez with a home run in the 9th to put us out in front. Romo with 3 more hits. Mondesi 3 hits out of the leadoff spot. Excellent. Cool. All right, so we get a day off today before we take on the Miami Marlins for 3 games at home. Let's just pause real quick and look at our mail. That's the word I'm looking for. So we did sign Furman Hassad. We're going to stick him right in AAA. Prospect search, Bob Wickman, Joreo, Marzo, he's no good. Danellis and LeMay out for the year for Jacksonville, who is the other expansion team. Gavin Lux out for 6 weeks. And Francis Marte is hurt. So we got the Marlins. They're 30-30 on the year. We are 33-27, 5 games out of first place, tied for the wild card spot. Again, our offense continues to just mash away. Our pitching staff is keeping us in it, which is all we can really ask. So let's play game 1 here against Miami. Is a 6-5 win. A lot of 6-5 victories here. So single runs in the 1st, 4th, 5th, 7th, and 8th for them. We took the lead for good in the 7th. Glasnow went 6, 5 hits, 3 runs, struck out 7. Scott and Medina each gave up runs, which is a bit of a bummer, but Sheffield got the hold, Gratterall the save. Gallo and Ramirez each with home runs. Each have their 15th home run. Enrique Hernandez, a pinch hit double, RBI double in the 7th. Got that average up over 300 now. OPS almost at 1,000. So Kike has been a nice pickup for us to the point where we can't quite re-sign him yet. All right. That is fine. So we got is that Taylor Rogers? Yeah, Trevor Rogers. Trevor Rogers going for them, Dunn going for us. We've won 3 in a row. We win 7-5, so we're up to 4 wins in a row. We took a 6-0 lead early on in this one. Mondesi 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. Joe Adell 2 hits. Home runs for Mondesi. Another home run for Ramirez is 16th. Justin Dunn picks up the win, goes 6, 3 runs. Scott, Dolis, Gratterall pitch in relief. Gratterall picks up the save, his 7th. Still giving up a few too many runs, but has he blown any saves yet? View expanded pitching? No. Yeah, he has. He's only 7 for 10, so he's blown 3 saves so far. Not ideal, but that's okay. We are up to 5th in the team rankings. Mondesi gets the batter of the month. Got that average up to 262 with 10 home runs. So can we sweep the Miami Marlins? We are 6-2 so far this month. Let's see. Can we sweep them? We do. We win easily, 16-6. So bullpen gave up some runs there at the end. Let's start with pitching. Schmidt picks up the win, gives up 1 run over 6. Sheffield and Hamilton both give up some runs, but that's okay. When you're up 16-1, you just want to throw the ball straight and let them hit it. Romo, Veen, and Naylor homers twice. Naylor goes 2 for 4 with 7 runs knocked in. Romo 3 for 5, got that average up to 250. Veen 3 more hits. He's hitting 354. Schmidt went 2 for 2. Ramirez, our 3 and 4 hitters go 0 for 7 in a 16-run game. That's okay. That is okay, as we are now 36-27. I'm going to save this before we lose anything. Last time we had a hot streak like this, I crashed and then we came back and we tanked, so I don't want that to happen again. So we'll sim up through this Pittsburgh series, and then we'll pause and we'll look and see if we need to address anything. So we're taking on the Atlanta Braves now, who are 33-30, having a down season compared to last year. Can we win our 6th in a row in Atlanta? We win 3-1. Logan Gilbert pitches well. 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 4 strikeouts for Logan. Gratterall picks up his 8th save. Veen with another home run. Mondesi with 2 more hits. All right. Let's keep going. Looking for win number 7. We don't get it. We lose 6-5. But we can still win the series with a win today. We don't. We lose 4-2. All right, so 6, 7, 8, and 4 this month, and we go on to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. How are the Pirates doing this year? Pirates are in last place, 24-42. They have Kumar Rocker, Jake Odorizzi, Sonny Gray, Martin Perez, and Yu Darvish as their starting rotation. It's a pretty name-heavy rotation to be 24-42. But that's good for us. Let's see if we can take advantage. We win 3-2 and 10. So Naylor 2 hits and an RBI. Ramirez had 2 runs knocked in. Gallo's average down to 226. Dunn went the first 5, and then our bullpen was fantastic. So 3, 4, 5 innings of shutout ball from our bullpen. Gratterall pitches in the 10th, picks up the win. Home run number 14 for Josh Naylor. Game 2, Saturday matinee. It's a 7-6 win. Zach McKinstry, 3 for 5, 5 RBIs for us out of the leadoff spot. Sherton Apostle had a hit and an RBI. Jamison Hanna, 2 hits, 3 runs scored. Gratterall picks up the save. Schmidt goes 7, gives up 4. Trevor Scott had a rough go of it there. But Gratterall came in and locked the door in the 9th. He seems to be involved in just about everything. He's 2-2 with 9 saves in 20 games. So he's either got a save or a decision in 13 of his 20 outings. 3 errors in that one. So we're 10 games over 500. Let's go for the sweep of Pittsburgh here, a Sunday night game. And it's a 6-2 win. So we are playing good ball here in June. McKinstry, 2 more hits. Taylor, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Joe Adell, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Mondesi, I think he hit his 11th home run of the game. He did. Logan Gilbert picks up the win, 5-2, 9 strikeouts over 8. Man, that Dunn and Gilbert deal is looking better by the day. Giving up Brendan Rodgers wasn't phenomenal, but yeah, between Gilbert and Dunn, 12-6 on the year. Our bullpen's still not getting it done. We may need to figure out something here. If we can't get them all kind of aligned at the same time, if one of them pitches well, one of them struggles, and so on and so forth. So Ben Guess is dominating Double-A, so I think it's time to call him up. He may be up this season at this rate. He'll be up next year without a doubt. But all right, so where do we want to start? Let's start with pitching. Make a quick run here through our stats. Pitching stats. I'd want to look at pitching stats 1. So from a WAR perspective, Justin Dunn, 7-4 with a 4.48 ERA. Getting rather unlucky. This ERA doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Only allowing hit opponents to bat 266 against him. Giving up less than a home run per 9, 2.4 walks. He's striking out 8 per 9. His FIP is 3.4, 2.2 WAR. He's been much better than what his ERA would indicate, so no concerns there. Clark Schmidt continues to just get better and better. 5-2 with a 3.55. Only 5 home runs in 83 innings. Logan Gilbert's been really good. Giving up a few, he's only at 1.2 home runs. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, he's actually been really good in 11 starts. Jack Leiter has had a nice rookie campaign, 4.52 ERA, 4.37 FIP. Walks are a bit high, but I think those will come down to earth here a little bit once that control jumps up. And then Tyler Glasnow has been pretty good, giving up too many home runs, 1.8 per nine, but everything else has been right in line with his career average. So he's been fine as our de facto ace. Caleb Ferguson and Ian Hamilton are good for almost a WAR each. Their BABIPs are stupid high. So hopefully those can... Yeah, I mean, look at their FIPS, guys. Look at some of these FIPS. 3.2, 2.74, 2.38, 2.51. Really everybody except for Martinez, their FIP is significantly better than their ERA. So that makes me feel good about our bullpen, and I feel like we can get there with some luck help. Martinez, I think it's time to pull the plug. 6 home runs in 23 innings. This is had back-to-back bad seasons. Not quite ready to send him down, not quite ready to trade him, but that is something that's coming possibly. Where was that other pitcher that we signed? He's probably in one of these leagues. Yeah, he's right there. Thibaut Mercadier, so we're going to put him in AAA as well. Cool. So those two guys are additional bullpen pieces. Tommy, I think we might call up Tommy Doyle here. And I think it's time to go like that. Bring Tommy Doyle up, stick him in as a middle reliever. And just out of curiosity, is anybody interested in... Nobody was interested in him before, but if we can get a piece for him and not... Kyle Zimmer and Jameson Taillon, and that's it. All right, I don't really want either of them. I mean, what if I eat his contract this season? Does that change anything? Because I'd hate to just non-tender him in the offseason, but that may be the end result here. He's a free agent at the end of this season. He's a fly ball pitcher, which I'm not crazy about. Yeah, he hasn't been much better. All right, well, we're just going to leave him in AAA for now. No reason to move on from him just to trade him. So we're 3 games out of first place. We are in the wild card. Let's look at our offensive stats. We haven't done that. Josh Naylor is having just an absolutely redonkulous season. 356, 421, 652. He's on pace for 8 WAR, on pace for 80 doubles, 33 home runs, 115 RBIs. I'm glad we made the move to hold on to him, or didn't make a move to trade him, I guess. Zach Veen's rookie campaign has been crazy. 332, 409, 673. He's on pace for 6 WAR, 40 home runs. Jose Ramirez has been very, very good in his first season for us. Good for 1.9 WAR, on pace for 4.5 WAR, 38 and 108. It's exactly what we needed out of him. Mondesi has been nothing short of spectacular. He's on pace for 4 WAR. He's playing really good defense. He's providing some pop. He's got 6 triples already. Average has climbed up, so he's been great. Joe Adell has been really good. 1.4 WAR, 812 OPS, on pace for 21 and 92, 3.3 WAR, and he's above average in center field. So defensively, things are starting to come around for us. Joey Gallo had a really, really awful. It's had an awful month so far. 6 for 41. But again, with Gallo, it's the power and it's the fielding. Defensively, he's still an elite right fielder, still on pace for 35 home runs. So I'm not going to complain about what we're getting out of Gallo. Certainly not going to complain about what we're getting out of Kike Hernandez. 279, 345, 578. Good for over a WAR. Has played first, second, left, and right for us. And other than left field, has played pretty well defensively as well. McKinstry is putting up a 709 OPS. He's happy because he's playing a lot now, but he's, and he's getting it done defensively. We talked about this. If he continues to put up those numbers defensively, I am completely fine leaving him as the starting second baseman. Shirt and Apostle, numbers are slipping a little bit, but still slugging over 500. Jamison Hanna's settled nicely into that backup outfield role. We'll get him some more time in right field, so those ratings increase too, but putting up almost a 400 on base percentage in limited playing time, he's been wonderful. Ali Sanchez, I don't know. Yeah, he's not happy as the backup catcher. Offensively, his numbers are showing it, but he's not going to play ahead of Drew Romo, who is really starting to come along. That eye does indeed reach 80. He's going to be a 400 on-base percentage catcher. And then Cole Tucker isn't hitting, but I think he's doing he's been below average pretty much everywhere defensively except for right field. But I love the flexibility out of Hernandez, McKinstry, and Cole Tucker, so I'm not going to mess with that. Still don't have any. I still have a little bit of money for this year, not much for next year. Is there anybody that we want to look to try to bring back now, kind of lock down long term? We may want to move on from Sheffield. I don't like that contract. That was my fault. I wasn't paying attention to the contract when I picked him up off of waivers. Wilson Contreras and Jake Cronenworth. We'll look to move on from Sheffield here throughout the year, but I would love to bring back Enrique. But I would need to cut this down to like that. Oh, I got to do that actually. Like that, I would have to do something like that and make that third year a team option. He's okay with it. I would be okay with that too. The flexibility, I don't think his numbers are going to drop all that much. And yeah, I don't think his numbers are going to drop all that much. And he's still really, really good against left-handed hitting. So we're locked up here. Ramirez, Gallo, Glasnow, Mondesi is a team option. Tanner Scott, we're going to not make a deal for him yet. Martinez, we can look to move on from. Remove that contract from our books. Dolis is ARB eligible for next season. Tucker, we may move on from. Not crazy about paying him $4 million with what he's doing right now. We've got Ferguson signed. Joe Adell. So can we do? Would he do something like that? 4 years. 5, 9, 13, 13. He would be okay with that. So that locks him up through his age 29 season. I don't know how well his numbers will bear out given the way his offensive skill set is drawn up, but I mean he should be fine through his age 29 season. So 4 years, $41 million for Joe Adell. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. He's good defensively. It's not an albatross contract, and the last 2 years are team options. So if he falls off a cliff between next year and the year after, we can just buy him out for $3 million and call it a day. But if he puts up 3.3 WAR every year, that's a bargain. Mr. Naylor. Yes. Can we do this? 6'10". Okay, so that wasn't quite enough. So let's go back to what he had initially, which was 6'10", and then these were all 12. Or thereabouts. 6'10", 12, 12, 12? No. Okay, so he's not ready. All right, that's fine. Actually, it's not fine because he's going to ask for a ton in arbitration. So let's go back and do that again. Where is he, Mr. Naylor? So 6500000, that's $65 million. 9500000, 11500000, 12, 13. Would you do that? 6, 5, 11, 12, 13. No. Okay, so he only wants 3 years. So, but if he only wants 3 years, can we get him at the numbers we want him at? $6, 9, 10? No. Okay, so so he's unhappy. So we're gonna back off here a little bit. We don't wanna piss him off. We don't wanna put him we don't want to put him in a position to where he doesn't want to talk to us down the road. Clark Schmidt. He still only wants 1 year. Logan Gilbert. Yeah, these guys are still ARB eligible for a while. Dunn signed long term. I like that contract. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else that we need to kind of talk to right now. So I think we're just going to continue on. So we got 3 games at Milwaukee. We'll get up to the All-Star break, and then we'll kind of readdress again. Can we win 4 in a row? No, we lose 4-1. Middle game is a 5-3 win. Glasnow is down for 1 week. 3 for 4, 3 RBIs out of Joe Adell. A couple of home runs for him. Cole Tucker hits his first. Glasnow goes first 2 1/3 before he comes out. Decent bullpen work. Sheffield gave up 2. Scott gave up 1. But Gratterall, Ferguson, Hamilton, Medina were all good. So we've split the series so far. Game 3. Can we win the series? Let's see. No, we lose 4-2. Okay, that's fine. So we're 41-31. We're taking on Washington at home. We signed Kike to a 3-year, well, really a 2-year contract worth $5.5. That 3rd year is a team option. Love the flexibility, and he's going to be a really good bat against left-handers for us. So I think that is a solid deal. Our final 3 games before the All-Star game against Washington. Let's see how we do here. So we've lost 3 out of 4 now. Joe Adell signs his contract as well. So Joe Adell locked into a 4-year extension, $41 million after this season. Locked up through his age. Probably he'll be 30 by the time the contract's up. So we've lost 3 out of 4 here. We want to finish strong going into the All-Star break for sure. An 8-6 win. Gilbert picks up the win. Didn't pitch great, but offense bailed him out of this one. 5 runs, 11 hits in 7 innings. Ferguson and Gratterall came in. Gratterall got his 11th save. Gallo homers for the 16th time this year. 3 hits, 4 runs knocked in. Mondesi 2 hits. Naylor 2 hits. Can we win the series and win our final game before the All-Star break? Let's see. We do. We win 1-0 going into the All-Star game. Lone run of the game knocked in by the rookie Drew Romo. Jack Leiter, 7 2/3 shutout innings. His best start as a major leaguer. Strikes out 7, doesn't walk anyone. Gratterall picks up the save. Let's take a look at the All-Stars. National League. Okay. We didn't have any starting pitchers. That's a bit of a surprise. I guess looking at some of these numbers, it makes sense. Ian Hamilton makes the All-Star team. Good for him. He's our only pitcher. Offensively, Josh Naylor makes it. Zach Veen. Really, Naylor and Veen are the only 2 players that make the All-Star team for us. So we have 3 All-Stars. We go into the All-Star break, guys, 43-32. Prospect game. We have Ben Guess, who pitched great in his first outing in Albuquerque. We have Sam Wesniak, who's continuing to hit in AAA. I was thinking about this offline. He may end up being a trade chip. I don't know that he's not going to field good enough. He doesn't have an infield position, and his development offensively is slow. And Drew Jones, who has been an animal in AA. Wow. We are going to have some outfield decisions to make here come next season, guys. We have Veen, Adell, and Gallo. Drew Jones is pushing to be up next season. And if he's up next season, that moves Adell to right, Veen to left, and then maybe we move on from Joey Gallo in the offseason. I don't know. He is destroying AA ball right now. He's got to get moved up. He's got to get moved up to AAA. Wow. So yeah, I want to see what we can get for Wozniak. Let's just see if anybody's actually interested in him. I mean, I would be happier to pick up a pitching prospect, truth be told. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of interest, which is weird. That's Jameson Hannah, but Hannah's already better than that. What if we just do this? I mean, he's not the kind of player I want to move just to move. He absolutely has value as a bat. You know, he can sub in at second base and provide some pop and some. I mean, if the numbers develop, if he ends up with these ratings, I mean, he could easily, if he played full time, easily hit 20 home runs, have a 400 on base percentage. But I don't know if that's ever going to be the case, and I would rather move him before those ratings drop even further. So it's something to consider. All right. Anything else we need to take a look at here? Talent, Willie Diaz. He's not going to be any good. No. Power rankings. We're 6th. Standings. Again, we are in 3rd place. 3 games out of 1st. We are locked into that first wild card position, tied with the Mets. Josh Naylor leads the majors in hitting at .346. Zach Veena's 3rd in the National League. Veena and Naylor are 1-2 in OPS. Justin Dunn 3rd in wins. Glasnow 3rd in strikeouts. Dunn 3rd in WHIP. So things are looking good. And I need to pause, so we'll be right back. All right, let's get back to June, and let's play through the month. Yeah, so we have some interesting decisions to make coming up here. We're gonna have 6 starters. You know, assuming Guest continues to develop like he has. He's a front of the rotation type of pitcher. Glasnow, Dunn, Schmidt, Gilbert, and Leiter. We're gonna have 6 starters. I don't want to move on from Glasnow. I mean, we have him for another 3 years after this one. Drew Jones is, like I said, I mean, he's pushing to be in the starting lineup next year, which means we're going to have some decisions to make based on how our offense is currently constituted. So, but those are decisions for the future. So let's keep going. And let's keep going. We'll get through the All-Star game. We'll take a look at that here in a sec. Oh, we missed the All-Star game. It was yesterday. All-Star game. Box score. No, that's not the box score. Here's the box score. So National League loses 5-4. American League scores 2 runs in the 9th. So Naylor had 2 at-bats, or 3 plate appearances, walked once. Veen struck out. And Hamilton got in, gave up a run. Oh, well. So all 3 of our players played. And now we move on to what's considered the second half of the season, even though it's more than half a season. 3 games at the Cubs. Game number 1. An 8-5 victory right out of the All-Star game. A 6-run 7th inning propels us to the victory. Glasnow went the first 5. Gave up 3 earned. Medina, Doyle pitched scoreless innings. Ferguson came in, pitched the final 2 to pick up the win. Tommy Doyle, was that his first appearance? No. Adele homers and Veen homers right out of the break for us. Both had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. So we have now won 2 in a row, flanking the All-Star game. Middle game of the 3-game set here against the Cubs is a 2-1 loss. Can we win the series? Again, I just want to win series. We don't. We lose 11-4. All right. So last game of June, first game of the series against the St. Louis Cardinals. We have international signing coming up tomorrow. Let's finish off June. And we lose 7-6. So a rough stretch to finish off the month. We lost 3 out of 4 coming out of the All-Star game. So we were 15-10 in April, 14-15 in May, 15-10 in June, 33-24 overall, 19-20 on the road. Really good at home, 25-15. Under 500 in one-run games, and that's because our bullpen hasn't been very good. So hopefully we can turn that around here in the second half of the season. Still have the top offense in baseball. Pitching staff still struggling, although our starters continue to pitch well, so I'm not too terribly concerned. All of our starters have ERAs under 4.5, so I am fine with that. Gratterall's ERA is dropping, which is nice to see. Yeah, he had a pretty good June. 3.75 ERA, 8 saves. That's good. International signing. All right, so it doesn't look like there's really anybody worth taking a flyer on here. At least if you believe our scout versus OSA. Oh, I don't know. Trujillo leads by example, works as hard as anyone. If OSA is closer to right, he's closer to correct, he's a stud. If we're closer to correct, he would be above average. So let's go ahead and offer Alex Stanky Trujillo $5 million. We have the draft coming up, and I think, I don't think we looked at the draft pool. So we have the 5th pick. The mock draft has us taking Jeff Booth. Good contact. Good defensively. I don't know that I would take him with the 5th overall pick. Draft pool. 4 elite pitchers at the top, followed by an elite hitter. So we are guaranteed to get Rosario, Palmer, Childers, Denny, or one of the 2 Madugnos, Andre or John. Wow. He could be in the majors next season. Another really developed ground ball pitcher, Jim Denny. Jeff Childers. He's probably the least developed. So far, he's my least favorite of the bunch. Palmer, meh. And, oh my God. Look at this guy. So we're going to get a really, really good player at 4. And then you got Mike Rule. Look at those batting stats from that pitcher. Holy wow. Okay. So this is going to be a good draft, guys. This is going to be a good draft. Braylon Bishop, who I love, is in there. Wow, there is a ton of talent. And what do we have any compensatory picks this year? No, we don't. All right, so we have the 5th pick and the 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. The 5th pick and the 42nd pick in the draft. So we could still get some really solid talent. Wow, that looks like a good draft. I'm looking forward to getting into that. So let's finish off this series against St. Louis, see if we can bounce back here. There we go, a 6-2 win to start off July. Pinch hit 2-run home run for Joe Adaro. No, I guess it was just a 2 RBI single. Home run for Naylor is 18th. Jack Leiter picks up the win to go to 5-4. 3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. Can we take the series from St. Louis? We win 3-1. So good pitching performances. Final 2 games of the series. Is that a pinch hit? Pinch hit home run from Shirt and Apostle in the 8th inning to give us the win. Glasnow goes 7. Another hard luck no decision for Tyler Glasnow. Dolis pitches a perfect 8th to get the win. Ferguson pitches the 9th for the save. And we are 46-35, 4 games out of first place, and we're taking on the first place Los Angeles Dodgers here with a chance to move within a game if we can sweep. So Dodgers, middle of the road, second in runs scored, but middle of the road offensively and middle of the road pitching-wise. They still have Betts, Bellinger, Seager, Smith. They have Xander Bogaerts as their starting third baseman now, signed to a $40 million contract. Are we going to get DeGrom in this series? I don't think we are. He hasn't been bad for them. He's not worth the $23.5 million they're paying him. He's not really worth the $7.5 we're paying him either. But interesting series coming up here, guys. Interesting series, important series at Los Angeles. So let's see what happens in Game 1. 6-2 loss. We lose Justin Dunn for a week. Hannah with a pinch hit in the 8th to drive in a couple runs. Dunn didn't pitch badly before he got hurt. Medina had a rough one, and whoever Dennis Santana is picks up the win. Can we win Game 2 against Walker Buehler? We lose 3-1. All right, so we're 6 games out now. Let's try to avoid the sweep. Nope. So we get swept by Los Angeles. So, guys, we're not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Top 100 prospects list. We have Wozniak at 3, Guess at 4, Drew Jones at 9. All right, well, let's bounce back here against the Phillies, who are also in first place. So this is a difficult stretch here for us. Home against Philadelphia, we've lost 3 in a row. We win 6-4. That's nice to see. We score 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Looks like our bullpen pitched pretty well. McKinstry goes 4 for 5. Naylor 2 for 3. Hannah with 2 more hits. Sanchez with a couple of RBIs. Leiter goes 6. 3 good innings out of the bullpen again. Hamilton, Ferguson, Gratterall pitch well. 4 runs and 6 for Leiter. No decision, but we pick up the victory. Game 2 against Philly. It's a 5-4 win. So we bounced back nicely after that series against Los Angeles. We took a 4-0 lead. Glasnow goes 6. Medina gives up a run and picks up the win. Ferguson and Gratterall continue to do their thing. 15th save for Gratterall. Glasnow, another hard luck, no decision. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Naylor. 2 hits and an RBI for Mondesi. 2 hits for Adele. Gallo's down to 207. Cole Tucker, 3 hits and 4 at bats. So we go for the sweep here on Monday before a day off. And we pick up the sweep. No, we lose 12-9 in 10 innings. Who got the start in this one? Schmidt. Doyle pitched poorly. Dolis picks up the loss. Mondesi and Veen homer. Okay. So we're 8 games out. We're tied with the Mets and the Braves for the wild card. We have the Mets coming in now for 3 games. We have the draft tomorrow. Astros and Marlins make a deal. Minor leaguers sent to Miami for Noe Ramirez. All right, so we got 1 game before the draft, so let's see how that goes. Can we go to 49-39? We do. We win 2-0. Justin Dunn with the great pitching performance. 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, walks 3, struck out 3, wins his 8th game of the year. Dunn, Ferguson, and Gratterall pitch perfect innings. Well, don't give hitless innings, I should say. Gratterall picks up his 16th save of the year. Ferguson his 13th hold. Mondesi with a 2-run home run. Enrique Hernandez, 2 hits. Ramirez, 2 hits. Holy cow. Jose Ramirez is down to 249. I did not see that. Hits a $193 in June. Wow. All right. That would explain why the offense has struggled here a little bit as of late. Okay. So we have the draft today. So let's go to the draft. And let's see, has it changed at all? Now they expect us to take Braylon Bishop. That's not going to happen. So let's start the draft. First pick is Mike Rule. Wow. That's who they took with the first pick? Oh, he's the one with the crazy batting stats as well. All right. Second pick is Josh Palmer. Again, not who I would have taken. Third pick for Tampa is Chris Vanna. He's that elite third baseman. Okay. So we have a shot here at Rosario, Denny, or either of the Madugnos. This is going to be a tough pick. Texas takes Alexander. Okay, so they take the elite stuff throwing pitcher who's already 4 stars. Do you see that? Already 3.5 stars as a 22-year-old. All right. So this is when I wish I was doing this live and I had somebody here to help me. Because I've got 3 players that I don't know who to pick between. We've got Denny, John Madugno, who's a 2.5 star, 4-star out of Indiana, and Andre Madugno, who is an elite hitting third baseman. He's already 23. Denny was a ground ball. I think Denny he's a lefty, already throws 95 to 97. He's a ground ball pitcher. I mean, he might be a year away, like he starts in Double-A next year and then he's on our team the following season. Oh, God. Madugno's more developed now, 64, 53, 64, 58, 62, 6. So they're almost identical in terms of what the end result can be. Madugno's more developed. He's got 4 pitches. He doesn't throw as hard. All of his pitches are already developed. But he's 2 years older than Denny, who has 2 developed pitches, a third that's undeveloped. Who do they think we should take? They think we should take the third baseman. Key role at a big league level. Front of the rotation potential. Future lies. I think I'm going to take Denny. He's 21 years old, which means potentially he still has more room to grow. But he's not... His movement's a 53, whereas Denny's movement is a 62. He's a ground ball pitcher. I mean, in cores, this profile to me makes the most sense. He's a few years away. I mean, not that that's a terrible thing. I don't necessarily need someone who's ready now, but... My gut tells me that Madugno is going to be the better pitcher because he's already so much more developed, but he's already 23. Stamina 70. Denny's stamina is a 62, so that's fine. Denny's better at holding runners on, which is expected because he's a lefty. I think we're going to take Denny. Guys, let me know what you think I should have done. I'm going to take Denny, and let's just draft ahead and see what's left. All right, so let's look at the log and just see. So Childers went to Detroit at 6. Madugno went 7 to the Orioles, and Andre Madugno went 14 to the Tigers. So we'll have to keep an eye on him and see how he develops. 62, 49, 41, 32, 62, 62. I think we made the right move. I just feel like once he develops, and we'll see where he is when he hits 23, because that's going to be the key. But a ground ball pitcher, throws 95 to 97, has got really good movement, good stuff, good control. I think that's the pick. Well, it is the pick. So now it's our pick. And who do they think we should take? Carlos Pena, a poor defensive outfielder. I don't want to do that. Let's look at pitchers. Couple of good starters left, but nobody that really... Oh, wow. Oh, except he's a fly ball pitcher. Ivan Ramirez, ground ball pitcher. Let's look at batters. Ooh, there's not much left here, guys. They think we should take him. What about Malachi Knight? Not quite as developed, but significantly better defensively, better base runner. penciled in for lion's share. Front runner is for right field. I think the move is Malachi Knight. Although he's already 21 and his home run and his avoid Ks have not developed at all. Pena's 20. Where am I going? Scouting. Front runner is an audition for right field. They think he's just on the bubble. Very high scouting rating. Danny Thompson looks to be a pretty solid outfielder. Going to be pretty good defensively. Great speed. High contact. Average big leaguer. I prefer Danny Thompson over the other two right now, honestly. Jeremy Wilson. Oh, I think we're going to take Danny Thompson. Better defensively, better with the bat. All right, let's go back to pitchers. And all of the decent pitchers are gone. Okay, that's fine. So now we are on to the hitter part of the draft, and Pena's still there. So now we can take Pena if we want to. Gavin Abrams. Good middle infield prospect out of Clemson. I think I would prefer going Gavin Abrams. All right, next pick. Let's look at all players. See if we have a pitcher who can actually hit. I like Josh Watkins. The high loyalty, high adaptability, high work ethic, high intelligence, low greed. Potential to be a good... I'm not right with this pick, though. Maybe. So I think both of these guys are going to be picks coming up, assuming they're still there. For now, I want to take Jeremy Wilson, just because he's a little more developed already. In fact, no, I don't. We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna take Ritter now. And with the next pick, if he's still there, we're going to take Watkins. Okay. So now, Wilson's still there, so we can take him there. And is there anybody of any value left whatsoever, or do we just let the AI go? Matthew Champion. We can draft him and make him into a batter, I guess, or... No. Let's look at speed. I like this guy. Can play a bunch of different positions, has some good speed. If his bat ever develops, who knows? Next pick. And that's what I'm going to spend these next couple of picks doing, is looking at players who have some speed but no bat. Oh, it's really bad here. Really bad. All right. I am going to complete here. And guys, I will be back in a minute. All right, we are back for post-draft stuff. We have to negotiate with our draftees, give Jim Denny what he wants. Everybody else is cheap, which is good. We didn't have a third-round pick. We lost it when we signed Jose Ramirez, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with Denny. I wish I could have had multiple players, obviously. Multiple of those players, but I think Denny he's the most well-rounded. That I like the higher movement along with the ground ball. I like the fact that he's a lefty, able to hold runners, got good stamina. I'm happy with this. I think we've done a nice job to really make some moves to improve our pitching staff. Ben Guest last year, who continues to get better. That movement continues to improve. He's been unbelievable in AAA so far. Yeah, and he's going to be. We may have to. I mean, he's already 24, so I mean, he's going to have to come up soon. Thibaut McCartier, He's only 21. We're gonna have to stick him on the 40-man. That's fine. Same thing with Fermit Hased. We got a lot of arms in our minor league system that we didn't have previously. Alex Freeland, wow, he's up to 3 stars already. Let's call him up to AAA as well. Man, Jackson Bennett we drafted last season. He's developing really nice. He's an extreme fly ball pitcher, but that control, he's developing. Man, we have benefits, guys, of dumping money into your scouting and development. You know, that's really where it's at. So we are set up nicely to be able to make a run at somebody on the trading block with the number of prospects we have on our team right now. I don't know what I would want to go after. Yeah, I don't know what I would want to go after, but we have a ton of trade chips if we want to use them. Yeah, let's just kind of look at this for a second. So we start with AAA. McCartier, Jones, Freeland, Guess, Hased are all, kind of what you would consider untouchable. Then we've got Martinez, Hill, and Rosa if we either want to call somebody up or try to use these guys to bring in, what do we even need? Offensively, maybe if we can upgrade at second base. But we're set at catcher, we're set at first, we're set at third, we're set at short, we're set our outfield position. Yeah, we don't need anything other than maybe a second baseman. And even McKinstry's putting up a 776 OPS, and he's fielding really well. So I don't even know if we need a second baseman, but if there's one that falls in our lap, between Hernandez and McKinstry, we're fine. We could always use more pitching. If we can move on from Sheffield in a deal where we can bring in a better reliever. In fact, let's take a look at that now. What I really wanted was Pablo Lopez, but not with him being hurt. Diego Castillo from Tampa. And what if we gave you... Let's start... And we're going to have to eat some of this, or we're going to have to at least give them some money, because I'm looking at AAA. I want to look at the big leagues. Sheffield. He doesn't consider it an insult. We need to make it more appealing. Okay? So what does that mean? So can we do anything here in AAA? Do you have any interest in a Brett Conine? No. Do you have any interest in a Raymels Sosa? Okay, they do. So this is where we can start to make some things happen. I'd like to do it without giving up any of these players. I don't know. I might give up Acevedo. Yeah, he doesn't like it because he likes Acevedo. What about Rivas instead? Patrick Smith, Carter Smith. He was one of our draft picks a year ago. I don't want to give him up. Extreme ground ball pitchers are hard to come by. Patrick? I don't think he's ever going to hit enough. So you aren't crazy about this deal because we're including Andrew Patrick. He's not going to play third base for us because we have Alex Freeland and Jose Ramirez in the way. He potentially could play shortstop, but his ratings are not good enough to play shortstop. So do we pick up a Diego Castillo? That gets us out of Sheffield's contract. It sends them... Sends him multiple players that we... Yeah, you can have him. Can we do it without Conine? Okay, I'm fine with this. So we give up, we have to give up Patrick, but that's sort of the cost for getting out from underneath Sheffield's contract. It's not that it's a terrible contract, but those third and fourth years, I'd rather not be paying Justice Sheffield almost $9 million. From there, we give up Patrick, who is the number 84 prospect in baseball, but is blocked behind like three people at third base. We give up Riley Pint, who's never, he's already 26. And Roniker Palma, who's just a backup hitting catcher. In exchange, we get Diego Castillo, 98 to 100, power pitcher, good stuff, good movement, good control, two good pitches, pitching really well for Tampa this season. Pull the trigger. All right, so we get a bump in fan interest from Diego Castillo, and we can immediately stick him on the big league roster. And we are going to make him a middle reliever. Medina, we're going to pull out of the use more often role. We're actually going to make Medina a long reliever. Doyle and Hamilton as our bullpen guys. So we improve our bullpen, I think. So let's go ahead a couple of days. Let's get up like through this series with San Francisco and then see if there are any other moves we want to make. Maybe we'll take a look at the second base position, see if there's something we can do there. Another 2-0 win. So back-to-back 2-0 wins. Ramirez hits his 19th homer. He's got his average back up to 250, so he's been on a bit of a hot streak as of late. Sanchez drives in the other one. Gilbert goes 8 shutout innings. Gratterall picks up his 17th save. Can we get the sweep of the Mets? Now we lose 5-1, so we got 3 games at home against San Francisco. A 10-4 victory in Game 1. 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Ramirez. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Gallo. Romo and Hanna each drive in a pair. Gallo hits his 17th home run. Ramirez with 3 doubles. Glasnow finally gets a win, 5-4. Strikes out 13 in 5 1/3 innings. Cool. All right, game number 2 at home against San Francisco is a 12-9 extra inning loss. 4 runs in the 10th. Gratterall gives up a couple. Scott gives up a couple. Castillo pitches 2 shutout innings in his first start. Schmidt has a rough game. Ramirez homers. Naylor homers. Gallo homers. Apostle homers. Naylor goes 5-4-6. All right, so where are we in the playoff race? We are tied with the Mets and the Phillies. All right, so let's play this game against San Francisco. And we win 5-3. 2 more hits, 2 more RBIs for Naylor, 2 hits for Veen, 3 for 4 out of Romo. Dunn picks up the win. Castillo with another perfect bullpen pitch really well here. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 innings of 1-hit baseball. Very nice. All right, so standings-wise, again, we are in first place, or we're in that wild card spot. The Padres have won 10 games in a row, so we're 6 games behind them. So it looks like we're going to be battling for that wild card spot, which is fine. I am recording, right? Yes. Okay. Anything interesting? We signed Jim Denny, so we're going to immediately put him in. Let's start him in high A ball. It's probably the right spot for him. See how he does there. Let's disable AI promotion. Gavin Abrams was our 4th round pick. He's fine where he is. And has our 2nd round pick signed yet? No, Danny Thompson is still pending. Okay. Let's go back to the trade block. Let's look at batters. So we were thinking about second base, right? Yeah, there's nobody here. There's not a single player who would be an upgrade at second base. Some offensive upgrades, obviously. I mean, we could pick up a Juan Soto. I mean, is that crazy to even consider? Austin Meadows at first base. Yeah. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to get nuts. What we needed was a second baseman. So if a second baseman shows up on here between now and the trade deadline, we will consider it. I think pitching. There's nobody here that I'm really crazy about. It's a fly ball pitcher. Gaussman is a ground ball pitcher. Britton's a ground baller, right? Yeah. He's been really good. What would it take to land a Zach Britton from Houston? Exercises his no trade clause. Okay. Kyle McGowan is an extreme ground ball pitcher who's not pitching particularly well. Jose Urena, nope. All right, so we'll keep going. Actually, guys, hang on just a second. All right, so we have 3 games at Cincinnati now. The Reds are 43-50, so we are, at least standings-wise, record-wise, the better team. So let's see how things go. First game in Cincinnati, 8-7 loss. Second game, 8-2 loss. Can we avoid the sweep? We do. We win 8-2. So that was a bit of a rough stretch. 2-3 in our last 5. Glasnow pitches 7 1/3, picks up the win. Castillo gives up his first run with us, but he's pitched well so far. Ramirez and Veen homer. Jose seems to have bounced out of that slump he was in. Enrique, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, continues to do what we need him to do. Mondesi, 3 hits. Romo, 2 hits, 2 runs scored. I'm just curious who pitched these games. Leiter, 4 runs and 4. His ERA is up to 4.65. And then here, Gilbert is up to 4.40. Wow. Okay. So some of our starters have struggled here as of late. We signed Gabe Ritter, who wasn't our second-round pick. It's our 5th-round pick. Where is our second-round pick? Is he signed yet? He has not. Right? Yeah, he's still right there. Pitching-wise, our starters' ERA is 9th, which is better than where we've ever been. Bullpen is 16th. Ben Guest continues to just mow people down in 5 starts. He's put up a 1.15 ERA. Wesniak continues to mash. He's actually gotten better. Let's call him up to AAA. Drew Jones is hitting the ball well in AAA. He's going to be up next season. Man, we are going to have some tough decisions to make, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Freeland looks like he is developing nicely as a third baseman. Man, we have some crazy good prospects in our system. Denny got hit pretty hard in his first start, but that's fine. Trading block. Do we want to make a move for a starter? Like, could we bring Herman Marquez back into the fold if we offered up some packages revolving? Yeah, they're going to want... Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. Yeah, I just, I'm concerned about our pitching staff, but what I don't want to do is give up a lot of prospects for a veteran starting pitcher who ends up being terrible, right? That's my concern is we bring in somebody, we give up, Clark Schmidt or whatever, and then that pitcher ends up being worse than Schmidt was. Glasnow and Dunn have been fantastic, 1-2 in our rotation, and then 3, 4, 5 have been inconsistent. But that's to be expected. It's Jack Leiter's first season. He's continuing to pitch okay. He's on pace for 2.5 WAR. You can't complain about that. He just needs to cut back on the walks. Logan Gilbert, It's his BABIP, man. I mean, he's on pace for 3 WAR. So, I mean, if he puts up a 3-win season in cores, I'll take it. Clark Schmidt has taken a step backwards here, a significant step backwards. His last 4 or 5 starts have been terrible. But he's still on pace for 3 WAR, so I don't know that we need to do a whole lot. Gratterall's settled down. I think he's had a pretty good July. Yeah, his June and July have been fine. So we're on the 19th, so we have some time. Let's keep going. As we take on San Diego, a huge series here against the Padres at home. The team directly ahead of us in the standings. We win 13-7 in game 1. A lot of offense scored in this one. Schmidt struggles again, 6 runs and 4, but the bullpen came in and did a nice job. Medina picks up the win. Naylor homers twice. Apostle homers. Mondesi homers. Kiki homers. Jamison Hanna homers. Hernandez was our best signing. Well, I hate to say that with Jose Ramirez also being a signing that we had this year, but Kike's been fantastic, putting up a 900 OPS. Sherten Apostle picking him up off of the waiver wire. That's worked out really well. A 972 OPS. Naylor's got 2 more home runs. Can we talk to Naylor yet? Is he okay? So let's see here. So he's 27. So I would be okay signing him for 3 years. What's he scheduled to make next season now? He's up to 8.4. So what if we do 8.5? That's too many. 10.5 and 13.5. Would you take that with a buyout of, that's too much? My guess is he probably won't, but yeah. Okay, so he's unhappy again, so we'll just continue to let him stew, and we'll deal with it later. Nobody else really needs to be. I think we're going to move on from Tucker. That's more than I want to pay him, even though he's got some flexibility. All right, so can we take game 2 against the Padres and win our 3rd in a row? We do. We went 3-2 and 11. Big win. Clutch hit was provided by Enrique Hernandez, a run-scoring single in the 11th. 2 hits and a run scored for Naylor and Ramirez. Romo goes 4 for 5. Dunn goes the first 5. Our bullpen was terrific. Doyle, Castillo, Dolis got dinged a bit, but Gratterall pitches 2 scoreless. Ferguson pitches a scoreless inning. So good stuff there. We win 2 in a row. Can we sweep the Padres and move 13 games over 500? We do. We win 9-3 for 56 and 43 on the season. 6-run first inning will do it for us. Ramirez, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. McKinstry, 3 hits. Joe Adell, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Romo, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Guys average all the way up to 272. Gilbert goes 6, gives up 3 runs, moves to 8-3. Madugno, Castillo, who's been really good since coming over. It's only in 6 innings, but still been really good. So what does that do standings wise? So we're still in the lead for the wild card. We're 56 and 43. We're 5 games behind the Padres, 9 behind the Dodgers. So I don't think we're going to catch the Dodgers, but we do have the ability to hang on to the wild card. Let's look at the trade block again. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make a move for a pitcher. I mean, unless we can get someone like Blake Snell for cheap. I mean, Blake Snell for Cole Tucker? And we were going to move on from Tucker anyway, right? Five and 6. Mid-rotation starter. I don't know. His ratings aren't all that good. He's 2 seasons removed from a 19-6 season, though. Do we trade for him and then stick Schmidt in the bullpen because he's been? But I mean, look at our bullpen ERAs, guys. I mean, these aren't terrible for Colorado. Schmidt has had a difficult season, though. I kind of feel like that's a good move. Snell for Tucker? Can I pick up anything else? You want to give me a Trent Black? No, not for that. How about a Danny Manriquez? Okay, no, you want. That's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't want to say I've neglected the other positions. We have so much pitching depth now. Yeah, I mean, we have a ton of really good prospects. This makes sense. This, to me, makes sense. What about a Tommy Edman? So what if we did something like this? How's Edman defensively? He's not as good. He's arbitration eligible. He's hitting .311. Yeah, I don't want to do that. This is a tough call, guys. This is a tough call. His movement and his control are worse than Schmidt. His stuff is better. He's got 4 better pitches. He's a more experienced pitcher. I mean, he's only getting paid through this season. We weren't going to hold on to Tucker anyway. I'm pulling the trigger. We're going to bring in Blake Snell. And we're going to stick him in our starting rotation. It also gives us a lefty in there, which is nice. And I think we're going to go with 14 pitchers for now. We have enough flexibility in our... we're going to make Schmidt a middle reliever, use more often. I want him to pitch a lot. He's probably not going to be happy about it, but, I mean, we just stick him back in the rotation next year. He's just struggled this year. We're not going to bring Snell back, but I think having a lefty in there is going to help us. And we move on from Tucker, who wasn't really playing much anyway. It's got Hannah playing every second day against lefties. I don't want to do that against Adele because Adele is better against lefties. And Veen, I'm okay doing it with Veen because Veen isn't as good a hitter. All right, so there we go. So we make our big trade deadline move, picking up Blake Snell from the St. Louis Cardinals. We've won 4 in a row. We traveled to Arizona here. We win 1-0. Lone run of the game knocked in by Zach Veen, who's seen his average slip below 300, but he's still doing okay. Leiter only goes 4 1/3 innings. Did he get hurt? No. 4 1/3 innings, walked 4, gave up 3 hits. Bullpen came in and was really good. Game 2 of the series, Zach Gallen. Can we beat the Diamondbacks again? Let's see. Win a 6th in a row, maybe? We do. We win 6 in a row, 6-4. Veen with a home run. Enrique Hernandez a hit and 2 runs knocked in. Glasnow picks up the win. Gives up 2 runs and 6. Strikes out 9. Can we pick... And this is huge because we have Oklahoma City coming up after. And they are not good. They're 39-62. So we can go into the end of July with a pretty significant win streak if we can just get it done here. So can we get the sweep over Arizona? Easily. We win 12-2. The Red Sox want to send us Matt Wisler. I'm fine with that. Let's take a look at the box score. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Veen. 3 hits, 3 runs knocked in for Ramirez. Gallo, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. 3 hits, 3 runs scored for McKinstry. Blake Snell pitches his first game for us and goes 8 1/3 innings, gives up 4 hits, strikes out 10. That's what you like to see. So making me look like a genius here, Blake. Good game. Home runs from Veen and McKinstry. And we move on now to take on Oklahoma City at home, looking for our 8th win in a row. And we pick it up, a 7-4 victory. 4 more hits, 3 more RBIs for McKinstry. Veen with another home run. Ali Sanchez drives in 2. Guys, we are on a roll. Dunn gives up 3 and 5. Castillo pitches 2 look at that. 2 shutout innings, striking out 5. Gratterall picks up his 20th save of the year. We won 8 in a row. We're looking for 9 here on Saturday, and we do. We win 8-6. Joe Adell, 3 hits, 5 runs knocked in. Joey Gallo is day-to-day with a tired arm. That's fine. We'll leave him in right field. Hannah, 3 hits in 5 plate appearances, average up over 300. Enrique Hernandez, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored out of the leadoff spot. Gilbert goes the first 5, gives up 4. Hamilton picks up the win. Gratterall, his 21st save. Can we pick up the sweep and our 10th straight win? Come on. 10 wins in a row. 10 wins in a row. We win 8-7, and we win our 10th straight game. More just crazy offense. So Leiter goes 4, gives up 5. Medina, Doyle pitch okay. Schmidt gives up a couple of runs. Castillo picks up the win. Home runs from Adell, Veen, and Romo. Veen with 3 RBIs. Adell 3 hits, 2 runs scored. Gallo with 3 hits. Ramirez with 2 hits. Enrique with 2 hits out of the top of the order. We have won 10 straight games here, folks. Where are we in the standings? Wow, we've won 10 games in a row, and we're still 7 games behind the Dodgers and 4 games behind the Padres. So we go to Miami for the final 3 games of the month. The Marlins are 54 and 51. We come in riding a 10-game winning streak. Can we make it 11? 15-1 to win our 11th straight game. Joey Gallo, 2 hits, 6 runs knocked in, 4 hits, 3 runs scored for Ramirez, 2 hits, 3 runs scored for Naylor, 2 hits, 3 runs scored for Mondesi. Veen with another home run. Hernandez had another home run. Naylor hits his 23rd. Gallo hits his 19th and 20th. Veen is 25th. Hernandez is 11th. Adell his 16th. And Glasnow 7 shutout innings, striking out 11. This is quite the roll we are on here as we look for win number 12 in a row. And we lose 7-2. So we win 11 games in a row, guys. 11 games in a row. So it is up to the trade deadline. Red Sox traded Whistler to St. Louis. Cleveland and Seattle. Adam Ottavino for a couple of minor leaguers. And I don't think there's anything else we need to do. I guess Blake Snell got hammered in his second start. Yeah. He pitched in that game we just lost. So our offense is first. Our pitching staff is so-so, but it's been better the second half of the season. I don't care what the numbers state. Our pitching war is second. Defensively, we're still not very good in terms of defensive efficiency. Our zone rating hasn't been good, but I know we are in good shape, assuming we don't cave towards the end of the season. So let's just one more time look at the trade block. I'm fine with our second base position now. Any pitchers on here? Nothing's really changed. No, we're good. So let's sim this last game. We'll take a look at our stats, take a look at our prospects, and we'll call it an episode. So finish today. Let's get through July. And we lose 2 games in a row. After winning 11 straight, we lose 2 games in a row. So we lose 4-3. Dunn picks up the loss. A lot of pitches in 4 2/3 innings, but this is nice to see. Schmidt pitching well out of the bullpen. Medina gave up a run. Hamilton was okay. Mondesi hits his 16th. All right, so player development. Ramirez got better. He's on pace for 35 and 98. Okay, so 4.7 WAR. I'll take it. Gilbert got better. Veen, his potential contact got better, or worse, but his eye got better. Gallo got better. Hased got better down in AAA. Wesniak got a lot better. I may have to figure out he may have to be our second baseman, and we may just have to live with the glove. If that bat develops like that, nothing from any of our recent draft picks. Batter of the month in the AL, Nate Lowe. NL Batter of the Month, Michael Conforto. AL Pitcher of the Month, Taijuan Walker. In the National League, Luis Castillo. Rookie of the Month in the AL is Austin Hansen. And in the National League, Justin Lang of the Padres. So we are 7 games out of first. We are still in the 7 games out of first. We're still in the wild card. We're 63 and 45 on the season. Best offense in the National League. Pitching staff is still bottom half, but it's been better. So let's start with pitching. Justin Dunn, 9-6, 3.90 ERA. He's been fantastic in that number 2 spot behind Glasnow. This was a terrific deal for us. On pace for 4.5 WAR. Tyler Glasnow having a better year than he had last year, believe it or not. And he was really good last season, on pace for 242 strikeouts. I'll take it. Clark Schmidt, we moved into the bullpen. We'll let him figure things out there, but he's been pretty good in the bullpen so far. Gave up runs in just 1 of 5 innings, or 5 performances. Logan Gilbert, 8-3. Less than a strikeout an inning. He's walking, he's been fine, actually. 30 and 100 innings. It's basically a walk every 3 innings. Jack Leiter, up and down rookie campaign, but he continues to improve. We continue to throw him out there every 5 days. Brusdar Graterol has had a nice bounce back after a rough start to the season. 1 home run in 35 innings. Ian Hamilton has been terrific. Waiver wire pickup for us in his 3rd year. He's been great. Caleb Ferguson's been pretty good. Diego Castillo, since coming over, has been terrific. 10 innings, 14 strikeouts. Been wonderful. Dolis has had a decent season. Again, look at the FIPS, guys. The FIPS tell you how they're performing. Blake Snell, 1 good start, 1 bad start. Medina, Scott, and Doyle have all been average. I'm a little upset, a little disappointed in Medina with how good he was last season to see this kind of year. But, it's Coors, so things happen. Lineup-wise, we've just been lights out. Every single batter in our lineup, with the exception of Ali Sanchez, has provided at least a win this year. Josh Naylor is almost a 5-win player already. 23 home runs, 74 knocked in, on pace for 74 doubles. Jose Ramirez, his first year with us, a bit up and down, but still on pace for 36 doubles, 35 home runs, 4.7 WAR, so I'll take it. Joe Adell has been terrific. 305, 362, 514, on pace for 4.5 WAR. A little bit below average defensively, but that will be changed next year when we have Drew Jones in center field and Adele can move over to right. Mondesi's been terrific to the point where we will likely have to pick up that contract. 7 years, 7 years, or 7 million, 7 million, 7 million, but he's on pace for 4 WAR, so I'm not going to turn that down. Zach Veen's rookie campaign has been as advertised with the bat. On pace for 38 home runs, 4 WAR. Defensively, he hasn't been good, but we'll take it with his bat. Our second base monster of Enrique Hernandez and Zach McKinstry has just been unbelievable. Between the two of them, 37 doubles, 19 triples at the trade deadline, and 19 home runs. McKinstry's getting it done against righties. Hernandez is getting it done against lefties. Between the two of them, 3.9 WAR out of our second baseman. Drew Romo's been really, really good as our starting catcher in his rookie campaign. His fielding has been fantastic. The bat's starting to come along. Joey Gallo, power's still there, on pace for 30 and 90, but we may move on from him. He's due $25 million the next 2 seasons, and if we can free up that money and go after a starter, that may be something we do next season. Sherten Apostol's been great as our backup first baseman / third baseman. 8 home runs, 27 knocked in, 927 OPS. Jamison Hanna has been terrific as our backup outfielder, getting on base at a 400 clip, and then Ali Sanchez has really been the only disappointment. So that's been really good. We go to our pipeline, and I'm super excited about this. We've talked about Wozniak already, hitting 270, 438, 486 down in AAA. The question is, can he field enough? Ben Guess has been amazing this year, 8-2 with a 2.3 ERA between AA and AAA. He'll be on our big league roster in our rotation next season. Drew Jones is forcing my hand, hitting 274, no power in AAA yet, but that glove and that speed, he will be our starting center fielder next season. So we will have something we need to do there. Cisneros, still in the international complex. Romo and Leiter are both up. Acevedo's in rookie ball, hitting the ball pretty well, truth be told, in rookie ball. So he'll stay there through the end of the season. We'll move him up next season. Carter Smith was one of our draft picks last year, an extreme ground ball pitcher. Getting better in A ball, so we'll move him up to high A, let him finish up the season there. Freeland he's developing faster than I anticipated. He needs more time, though. In fact, I think he needs to go back to AA as he's not hitting at all, so that's fine. Jackson Bennett, I'm excited about. He's a 25-year-old, but a great control, 3 good pitches. He could be another surprise pitcher for us. Yeah, we have some. Our minor league system is absolutely loaded, guys. Absolutely loaded. Top system in baseball by far. We have 4 of the top 12 prospects in baseball on our team. So we are in good shape. So, guys, next episode will likely be the end of the regular season. And then the off-season episode, or the postseason / off-season, I might try to do a live stream. So be on the lookout for that. When we do the next episode, I'll have a better idea, and I'll give you a date and time. So as always, guys, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you hanging out. Drop a subscribe down for GM Games. Drop a subscribe down for me at Around the World Sports. Follow their what do you call it? I've completely lost my train of thought, and I ruined my outro here. Anyway, drop a subscribe for the GM Games people, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.